Okay, can you guys hear me? There she goes. Ooh, face off. Okay. Hello, everybody. So, a sable appears to be in or very near active labor. Active labor begins when the first kitten enters the birth canal. It's hard to tell from outside the room exactly when we transition from pre-labor into active labor. I've definitely seen some contractions. I know you guys have too. There was a mucus plug. There's been some fluid. There's been lots of grooming. There's been lots of pacing. And she's been very vocal. That's not where we have our babies. She's trying out every possible spot in the room. They typically will tend to avoid the nest until the last possible second. It's interesting with Neelix out of her nest, whether Sable may take over Neelix's nest while Neelix is going to the bathroom. That would be a neat trick. So for anyone just tuning in, Sable and Neelix are both feral cats. They're both pregnant. Sable is definitely in pre-labor. She may have switched to active labor. It's still hard to tell. There have been some moments where it's looked like active labor, but then she takes a break and does more wandering around, so she might be close and not actually in active labor. It's hard to tell from outside the room, but I have been trying to document and broadcast my attempts to foster feral pregnant cats so that other people who want to try have a little bit more information available about what might work, what might not work, in order to increase the probability of having a successful outcome. There are lots of things that can go wrong when you're working with feral cats, and I've learned a lot in the last year since I started working with feral cats. And I know when I first started, there's lots of great information available online about doing traditional trap, neuter, return, but there was virtually no information that I could find about how to foster feral cats, how to care for injured feral cats, or anything in that vein. So I didn't think it was possible until I started trying, and I've learned a ton, and so I'm just trying to share that and get some information out there so that other people like me who are contemplating doing this have some sort of a starting point and a better understanding of what's possible and what isn't possible than I did when I started. These two will both be spayed after they have their babies, and of course all babies will be spayed and neutered and adopted into wonderful homes. So because they're feral, I'm not able to go in the room. I'm not going to be able to interfere. So there you go, back in the nest like a good girl. a little bit different when I'm broadcasting the feral cats versus the friendly cats. The friendly cats generally like having company when they're having the babies, and the feral cats definitely do not. And since stress plays such a significant role in their ability to safely deliver the babies and to care for the babies, I need to stay as far away as possible. And so if it gets too stressful to watch, just please feel free to turn it off and check back tomorrow and see how things went. This is uncensored rescue reality TV, so I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how things are going to go, and I have no way of controlling what happens. So we're sort of all in this wild ride together, and I should do that. So these two are being quite active. Like musical nests. I wonder if she's going to try to steal New York's nest. As long as she doesn't knock the camera over on her way in, that would be a bummer, huh? So part of the reason I broadcast the births live is to give parents who want their kids to experience the miracle of birth an alternative to letting their own cats have kittens. And with feral cats especially, I also broadcast because I learn something new every single time. And Sarah and FJ are sending me funny messages. Yeah, but anyway, I think there's a lot that we can learn by observing and trying new things and testing our assumptions. Oh, don't go up there. Neelix, go on. Oh, Neelix was just block that out. So Sable's gigantic belly knocked the camera, the ledge cam over, so all you can see is oh there. Oh, she's back down. Back to the That's right. So you can see there's a little bit of fluid back there. So that can happen up to 12 or even 24 hours prior to active labor beginning. So it's nothing. There's no need to panic if she doesn't start really having heavy contractions right away. We could be in for still some more waiting, but who knows? It's impossible to predict. Oh. The first kitten is typically the hardest. If Neelix being one who's chatty. They at some point, usually during the night, at some point, all four feral cats. Oh, here we go. All four feral cats start talking to each other through the wall. They can hear each other. I think. Oh, here we go. These are definitely stronger contractions that are happening right now. So we may have finally transitioned into true active labor. either, I'm gonna say we're in active labor right now. So now we all just pace and wait. Just getting down to business. I'm gonna see if that's Savina meowing and see if I can. So, in the wild, if Sable was having babies in the wild, if I hadn't brought her in, the statistics, just national statistics for Canada, say that only 25% of the babies would survive. So 1 out of 4 would not survive past 6 months of age. So whatever happens here, she has much better odds than that. But you should be prepared. This is nature, and because I can't step in and help, there definitely could be something that goes wrong. So. I'm just as nervous as you are, but also keep in mind that cats do this all the time without help. All the time. And Sable has done this before. We know at least once, but I would suspect many times. So she is experienced. And that makes a big difference. So the first kitten is usually the hardest to get out and takes the longest. Not always, but we hope to see the first kitten within 20 to 30 minutes of when she starts really pushing. So, you know, by like 1 a.m. local time would be nice. Doesn't always happen that way. I don't know what Neelix is doing. She's like, I'm out of here. She looks like she's up to no good. I mean, like, she's trying to take out one of the cameras. Alright, Sable Melon. So, Sable and Neelix both come from a feral cat colony that has more than 200 cats. And a feral cat is a cat that is born in the wild and has never had contact with humans, has never been socialized with humans. So their brains are wired essentially like a wild animal, like a raccoon or a possum, I suppose. So they see the humans as potential predators. Oh, I see the first sack. She's close. I feel like this one's a ginger. We've got a ginger coming, you guys. So because of Sable's colors, if Daddy was ginger, ginger babies could be girl or boy. Alright, Sable Melon. Let's have like 3 more big pushes. This is good. This one's coming fast. Hopefully we'll get him or her out. Too many computers in front of me. Hold on, everybody. Let's start those off. Alright. Let's have one more big push. You can do it. Push it good. It's perfectly normal for the sac to go in and out several times as she works on it, particularly for the first kitten, because the first kitten is kind of getting everything lubricated and stretched, and it's the hardest one to get out, so the good thing with Sable is she's had a great appetite. She's been eating quite a bit. She's had a solid she's been here for 5 days, 6 days, so she's had some good nutrition. We've had time for the deworming to kick in. The vaccine will have started boosting her antibodies. This is her last litter of kittens that she will ever have to have. But it's definitely not easy. It's not a pleasant process for them, so spay and neuter your cats, everybody, and help raise awareness about spaying and neutering. Because the reason we have a feral cat colony with more than 200 cats in it is because people don't spay and neuter their cats. And particularly in rural areas. We have a lot of rural areas here. Cats are beneficial for controlling rodents, and are often considered a renewable resource. And so people don't spay and neuter. And then we end up with overpopulation. And the only way to prevent that is to spay and neuter. Alright, Sable Melon. The first one's the hardest. You can barely reach back there. We're close though. It's been about 10 minutes or so of active pushing on this one, so Neelix is having some sympathy grooming in the other nest. If you need help getting your cat spayed or neutered, most local shelters or SPCAs have low-cost or free spay-neuter programs and are very happy to help. if you love the idea of having kittens around and you want your cat to have kittens, I think instead you should spay your cat and become a foster parent for your local shelter. Because then you can have kittens around all the time, and instead of contributing to the problem, you are saving lives. She looks like she's had some serious milk coming in. So she's having some pretty massive contractions now, which is good. We should have baby any push now. She's really getting down to business. I'm hoping we don't have more than 6. 6 is manageable. Any more than that are also manageable, but more of a challenge. So let's check out the VIP cam has a top view. Keep getting my I'm watching both. This is not her first litter, which is a good thing. I mean, it's not a good thing empirically, but it's a good thing from a safety perspective and a risk perspective, because she's more likely to know what she's doing. Her body's been through it before. You can tell that her body is prepared for this. Unlike some of the first-time moms I've had that have had no idea what to do. Poor thing cannot reach back there. See if something has come out back there. I don't think so. I don't think anything has come out. If it had, we would hope that she would be vigorously licking, opening up the sac, getting the kitten breathing, getting the kitten cleaned off, and then working on the umbilical cord. So I'm pretty sure that we have not had a kitten come out yet. couple more big pushes and we'll have a kitten. She will turn every which way, so if she's not facing us now, she will be in a few minutes. Alright, okay, we've got something that's coming out. She needs to give us one more big push. Close. Okay, here we go. Come on, one more. One more. You got this. Come on. Here we go. Push, 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 push. Come on. Oh yeah, you got it. Come on. Keep going. Come on, one more big push. You got this. Yes. Okay. Okay, come on. Come on. I'm very sweaty, everybody. Come on. You're doing great. You just need to give it one big push. You're so close. So close. I think this might be a surprise colored kitten. We just get her out. Breach is totally normal in cat birth. breeches, nothing to worry about. Head first, feet first, doesn't matter. Both are fine, both are equally safe. Happens all the time. Okay, baby's out. Baby is out. There's definitely ginger on the baby. I can't tell if there's another color. She's hard at work getting the baby cleaned off, sack off, and getting baby breathing. Just waiting to see some movement. So what she needs to do now is each baby is born in its own sack. So she needs to get the sack open. Okay, we've got movement, I think. Come on, little baby. Okay, we do have movement. So she's looking to stimulate the breathing and dry the baby off. The placenta is still inside of her. Each baby comes in its own sac attached with some placenta. So she will also have contractions to deliver the placenta. At that point, she will probably eat the placenta. Most of the time they do. It's fine if they do, it's fine if they don't. Okay, so you see now the umbilical cord is up, and there's the placenta. You guys are getting a really great view. Baby is moving, baby is alive. We can all breathe a sigh of relief. So she's now working on cutting the cord. Alright, she's doing amazing. Okay, so once the baby is freed from the placenta, we will hope that he or she makes his or her way to the milk bar. This is quite a... You guys are getting the front row seat. You can see it's quite a task to get the cord cut. They're quite thick. She still has a little bit of work to do, but I think kitten number 2 is on the way. Unless she has not delivered the entire placenta. It's very important that for every kitten that's delivered, 1 placenta is delivered. If a placenta stays inside, it can cause serious problems. Okay, she may have just been pushing the rest of the placenta out. It's quite a long placenta. So you can kind of see how, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that till we're done. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So Kitten is now getting hangry, ready for some milk bar action. This placenta is proving to be quite tenacious. So if you see blood on the blanket, that's completely normal. That's from the placenta. The way the moms are engineered to cut cords, they use a crushing motion with their teeth, which actually minimizes bleeding from the cord, from the stump. So it's quite a miraculous process. And baby is looking to get plugged in. Oh, it looks like we have one healthy baby. But you can see it's quite a bit of work for her. So usually after number 4, they start getting pretty exhausted. Looks like we have a healthy little ginger. And now I'm going to take a screenshot and post it on the internet. Who else is relieved? This has one baby done. Alright, she's still working on the umbilical cord there. Wow, baby's like, Mom, I'm thirsty. I think we hear some squeaking. Okay, let's see what's going on. We've got some... Kitten has wrapped himself in placenta. like that kitten is trouble. He wants to go back in. So this kitten could be a girl or a boy because mom has ginger and if daddy was ginger, it could be a girl. I will, unless I have a good reason to go in there, once they're all born, I will try to wait as long as possible. But I will go in and weigh and sex them once they're all done and once she's had time to bond with them. Unless, oh, I think we have a baby who's latched on to the milk bar. Way to go, baby. Oh my gosh. He's in for a wild ride. So it's very good for babies to be nursing. The nursing helps stimulate contractions. Number 2 is out. I missed it because I was tweeting. It usually, we usually have one from each side of the uterine horn, each horn of the uterus, and then we usually have a little break, so usually two will come close together and then we'll have a little bit of a break in between. You can see Mom is definitely being kept on her toes. So again, for anyone who's just tuning in, this is Sable. She's a feral cat from a colony of 200 plus feral cats on a rural property. I brought her in so that she could have her babies in a safe environment where we can guarantee they will all be spayed and neutered, and where she will be spayed once the babies are old enough. So this is her last litter of kittens, and luckily her babies will never have to go through this. Because she's a feral cat, I'm not going in the room. I'm staying as far away as possible so as not to disturb her. Feral cats have not been socialized with humans, and so they consider us predators and a threat, and so stressing her out during labor is a very bad idea. So it's, even though it's difficult to just watch from this side of the door, that's what's best for her at this stage, so I'm not interfering at all. Look at that adorable little tail. Very cute. Neelix is another pregnant feral cat in the room. She's Sable's roommate, and she's also pregnant. She has had many litters of kittens, so we're very excited that this will be her last. Sable has also had at least one previous litter, and I would say very likely more than that. But we first saw her at the feeding station late last fall, and she showed up very pregnant, about the same size she is now. We tried to trap her then, but were unsuccessful. And then over the winter she became more confident at the feeding station, and so finally we were able to trap her on Saturday. Just in the nick of time. So hard to see what's going on back there, but the process is she'll be removing the kitten from the sac. She may need to have more contractions to get the placenta out. She'll need to separate the placenta from the kitten by chewing through the umbilical cord. She will most likely eat the placenta. It's okay if she does, it's okay if she doesn't. She does have a bowl of food in the nest with her off to the side, so if she needs a little snack to keep her strength up halfway through, all she has to do is lean over and get one. Normally with my tame moms, I offer them food, room service, breakfast in bed, if you will, when they're having a little break between kittens, but obviously I can't do that for her. So each kitten is born in its own sac filled with fluid and then attached to its own placenta. And so the first thing the mom needs to do is break open the sac and start clearing the fluid from the baby's face and licking the baby to get the breathing started. Sometimes it can take a few minutes for that to happen. Kestrel is quiet right now. Neelix is sleeping. It could be Savina. You were hearing Savina was being a bit noisy earlier. The girls have been talking to each other through the walls. And so you have Sable here in her nest, and then also in Sable's room is Neelix. And then next door to them, we have another feral mom-to-be named Savina. And then a feral cat who was just spayed today, who has is recovering from a broken tail and a pretty nasty abscessed wound. And so she's in recovery, but hanging out in Savina's room with her. So we have 4 feral cats here. And then one cat from the same property who the neighbors took in, who is friendly. And then we have 2 kittens downstairs that are a bonded pair that have been here for almost 4 months because they had ringworm and were very sick when they came in, but are quite healthy now. So we have a full house of feral cats at the moment. Well, feral and former feral. You can really see her golden leg on the VIP cam. Oh, Sarah's saying that she sees movement. Yeah, Neelix is sleeping. Her time will come soon enough. So, with feral cats, you really don't know how they're going to react. Once the babies arrive, Sable has been very, very good. She's been confident but not aggressive, which is really nice for her and for me. But once babies are here, I think all that, everything goes out the window, and she will have had to protect her babies ferociously out in the wild, so I would expect that we could be in for a significant change of behavior once babies are out. So I will have to be prepared for whatever happens. Ideally, I like to be able to weigh the kittens and check them on a daily basis, but sometimes it's not always possible. There's a fine line between stressing out the mom too much and caring for the kittens. That is a very long umbilical string. It's nice that the first one was ginger so we can at least see the kitten. I'm not seeing the second one yet. I could go full screen. VIP cam might be able to see. Let me see. I see ginger legs. So we are doing a contest to win naming rights for the kittens. The theme is Dr. Seuss, which probably many of you watching are from the European countries, which I don't think Dr. Seuss is as big there. But is she looking at Kitten, or is that her tail? That's the Kitten, I think. So if you would like more information, just looking for some boy, Ginger is really getting in there. Come on, baby number 2, show us some breathing. Okay, there we go. I saw movement, but I think that baby number 2 still has face covered. Okay, so she still has some work to do. Okay, there we go. I think we have a little tabby. I think number 2 might be a little tabby baby. Tabby, Torby? Hard to say. You can see she's been working very hard the whole time. She has not taken a break yet, and she's still got more work to do. But looks like number 2 is also moving. We've got, looks like here she is breathing. Looks like here she is still attached to the placenta. Mommy is stepping on me. Oh, a squeak here, a squeak. She's working on the cord right now. I'm hearing baby squeaks, at least on the VIP cam. Let's see if I hear them on the regular cam too. I wonder what audio source we're on. Stand by, let's see if I can get better audio. I'm hearing baby squeaks at least. Whoops. Audio. Let's see if we can. Oh, Neelix is awake. Don't be alarmed by the blood on the belly of baby number 2. That is from the placenta. It's normal. Number one is really getting a good first meal there. Sable's being a very good mama. She's working very hard. She's starting to stimulate baby number 2 a little bit more now, which is good. Sometimes it takes them a little while to get going. It's totally normal. No way to predict if Tabby is boy or girl. You may be able to see. Oh, she just stimulated some pee. It's pretty hard to see over the camera. You may be able to, I'm watching on a tiny laptop, so you may be able to see on a big TV, you may be able to see testicles or lack of testicles. So, Tabby is a pattern, it's not a color. The base color for most tabbies in the forest, at the colony, would be black. So technically, if that is a boy kitten, he would be considered black color, and then have a tabby pattern on top of that. Boys get their color from mom because color is carried on the X chromosome. And since girls have two X's, they get one from mom and one from dad. Like number 2 is breathing.